Hi. Welcome to live after party for our really super exciting conclusion of my favorite top 100 games of all time, 2018 version. So, greetings, welcome this evening, peeps. Glad to see y'all. And so we're just here to chit-chat about games, my list, different random things, where games lie, what your favorites are, and all that kind of good stuff. So, very, very cool.
How the State of the Union address is going on? That's funny.
Aww. I love you guys. You're watching instead.
We're doing the state of our union.
The state of our board games. That's right.
Our union.
Are you? Aww. That's so mushy. Isn't that cute?
Oh. All right, here we go. So, Rebecca's finished up her top 100 of all time. We have a few lessons learned.
Oh, what? Like such as?
No, it's not. I'm not
Put
talking.
a seatbelt on your chair?
I'm not talking about games yet. I'm saying we're no longer going to start your list in November.
Sorry, guys. School is too crazy. You guys suffered the consequences of that. Like, took forever to get through. But you suffered through with us. You are brave. Gold stars for all of you that watched all the way through.
Yeah, so hers will probably revert
back to January. Christmas break, yeah.
January.
So you'll see it next year. Yep, you'll see it.
Because we just had Christmas break. We had the Dice Tower cruise. We just had all sorts. You name it.
Yeah, because then after Thanksgiving break is like preparations for finals and everything else, and it was pure chaos. On top of, what did we do? Oh, we went to the Dice Tower retreat. We're insane. So yeah, there was just too much going on at that time.
Christmas.
Christmas. Oh,
our board game group retreat.
Oh yeah, we
the cruise. New Year's.
And we're like, hey, let's throw in a top 100.
No, we're going to start it in January next year. Yep. So you have to wait a little bit longer.
Roger's already thrown out the big questions. Is the biggest discrepancy between both lists Champions of Midgard?
That's on both lists? I'm pretty sure it is.
Possibly.
There's no possibly about it. Yes, I'd almost guarantee that's
true. You think
true.
it is the Champions?
All right, this is all about you. Feel free to ask any questions about where games rank. Yeah, it's her 97 and it's my...
Yeah, you probably
what number
won.
Is it?
You probably won with that
4.
One. Yeah, you won with that one. I'm not even going to look at the other games. That's pretty good.
So yeah, feel free to ask questions. I think you have some plans on what you want to do. I want to discuss games that are on my list that are not on your list.
Okay.
I have a beef with you, and among other things.
Well, I do know. I went through and looked at everything, and I know that I did miss one game. And I think, considering, all things considered, that's fantastic for me. That I only missed one game. And the game that wasn't on my list somehow was Lords of Hellas. And I'm not sure if somehow on my stats, like, it somehow wasn't logged in BGG as owned, or if it was just somehow I didn't put it in. I don't know what happened with it. But that would rank in my top 100. So that is one that I missed that I'm kind of bummed about, that I did miss because Lords of Hellas is really cool. And it would have been new to the list because we had not played it before I had done my previous list. So that was kind of a bummer. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's set in... Like, it's got a ancient Greek, but, like, what do you call that? It's almost like sci-fi...
It's like alternate
universe. Yeah, I would call it an alternate universe where you're, like, worshipping the ancient deities, like Zeus and all these, but they give you cool tech powers and this and that, and you're actually fighting with high-tech weaponry and things like that. It's pretty cool. I really enjoyed that game. It does have battles and stuff in it, which I normally am not cool with. But it was very, like, the combat's really cool. It doesn't stop the game. I hate games where the combat stops the game because you have to stop. Well, I can't say I hate games because I like those games, but I get tired of them. Where you have combat and they're like, okay, we got to stop, set everything aside. We got to fight the battle. It's like you have a separate game every time you go to fight. And this kind of keeps everything moving, keeps everything going. And then you've got other ways to win victories, too, which I really enjoy because you can go through and do certain, like, control certain areas, accomplish certain things. It's a neat game. I really enjoy it. I was pleasantly surprised buy that game.
I like the fact that you jumped right in, so before I can complain about that one.
Oh, you
So
knew about that one, huh?
Lucas wins a gold star because he is right.
What?
Castles of Mad King Ludwig is actually further apart.
Is it?
It's my 99. And it's your 4 or 5? What is it?
Oh.
5. Yeah, so there's 94 spaces between castles on our list, but 93 spaces between champions. So
Yeah, so I don't want to hear anything out of you because that's my beef with you. That game is awesome.
are we doing? Oh, so we're doing games that you missed on your list. We're gonna start off with that. All right.
Well, yeah.
Let's do. Let's see. Sheriff of Nottingham. That won't be on your list because you're horrible at that game.
I am.
I
That's a game I enjoy watching other people play. And I just participate so that they can steal money from me because I suck at that game. But everybody else enjoys that game.
Right.
So I enjoy it through them.
Marco Polo.
Marco Polo, yeah, I think it's on here. Hold on. It's down a ways, though. It potentially could come back. Is it not on there?
Very disappointed.
Yeah, whatever. It's
Spyfall for the same reason. You suck at that
Spyfall is terrible. I'm terrible at it.
Wits and Wagers.
Wits and Wagers should be on there.
No. Did you miss it?
Oh, is that it right here? I have it at 182.
Holy good goodness. 182? Wow.
I'm not crazy about, like, betting on trivia. I like straight trivia, and I'm terrible at betting, so there's that. And
Battle of Five Armies.
Battle of Five Armies, that game falls in a hole for me. It's ranked, sort of. You guys aren't going to be happy with where it's ranked, I guarantee it. For me, I'd rather play War of the Ring. If I'm going to invest the kind of game to play a war game, I'll play War of the Ring. Battle of Five Armies is it's like they took out the part of the game that I like the most, and it's just the fighting. So for me, like, don't get me wrong, like, the thematic, like, feel to it and everything's great, but I ranked that really low because it falls in a hole for me. I feel like if I'm going to be playing that, I'd rather be playing War of the Ring.
All right, what about Mission Red Planet?
That one's on here too. Let me see. Let me find the exact ranking for that one. Because I do have it, but...
Chiberia? I'm not sure what a Chiberia is.
Where's it at? I don't see it.
It's a good evening from
Oh.
Chiberia. I don't know what a Chiberia is.
Chiberia? Where's Chiberia?
Is that a made up place?
Probably. I don't know.
He's probably gonna be mad because we don't know what that is.
Tell us your way. Teach us your...
Oh, Chiberia, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. Now I get it.
Chiberia.
Gotcha.
That's funny. Made me look.
What was it I was looking up again?
Mission Red Planet.
You distracted me. Oh, it's 176.
What?
That
Space?
But it
Cards?
It hasn't been played in forever. And so it's like... it would probably go up if we played it more.
All right.
We never play it. No one seems as interested in it.
All right, a couple more, and
then
I'm going to call it quits because we have a lot of crossover on our list. So, Village.
You know what's funny? I like that game, but like, I don't know. It's one. Do I like My Village more?
I didn't think so.
Okay, where's Village then? Because I have My Village on here at 118. It should be right with it. It just missed the list. Just missed the list. Where's the other one? Was it on my list?
Did I miss marking it?
Oh, wow. I have a huge disparity with that. I have Village a lot farther down.
I thought you liked Village better.
Which one's the one that has the actual Grim Reaper?
My Village.
Okay, I think I have it backwards then. I think I swapped them.
I don't know. Maybe it's Village. I don't know.
Okay, well, I have...
My Village is dice. Village is all cubes.
Oh, I'll have to look at them again. I'm so easy for me to get them mixed up. But yeah, I have it at 118.
All right, one more.
118.
We'll call it.
It just missed the list. It's not that bad.
Arkwright.
Okay, Arkwright was a recent change. I think we played it after I had made the list. We did. So... Arkwright's not going to be, if it's on here, it's low.
Okay.
Probably at first, because I was just starting to get Arkwright when basically the game was over. Where's Arkwright? I didn't have it on here? I thought I did. No, it's really low. It's in the like 180s.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was a change. That would be a huge jump.
All right, that's all I had. I don't have a lot of complaints other than,
My turn to fall out of the chair.
other than War of the Ring and Champions of Midgard. We should have said before we started that it's gonna spoil her list. If you haven't figured that out
Well,
yet.
yeah, I guess the after party is.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, of course, at this point that you watched things. Wits and Wagers. I love Wits and Wagers, but for some reason, like if I were just as a go-to game, maybe because we've played it so much.
We've played that game.
We've played a lot of it.
I like the Vegas
there's other games
version.
I'd rather play, but no, I enjoyed a lot. Like honestly, if I liked it enough to put it on my list, I actually like the game a lot because I took a whole chunk of games off that I was like, I'm not ranking this. Just straight up.
So
Shockingly. But
someone asked, I think it was Tommy maybe, asked, what recent games have you played that would make your top 100?
oh my gosh. Okay, well, I can tell you
want
Azul, Sintra. I can tell you that for a fact.
Let me get-
Some of my recent plays. Ooh,
I
that's
thought-
some good questions. We've had some really good games. I almost feel like some of this would spoil our 2018 games that came out in 2018 because we played a whole bunch
No
recently.
reason. It doesn't matter. We can talk about it. That's why we're here.
Raccoon Tycoon is really fun. I really enjoyed playing that. Let's see. Did I have
I'm
Paper
pulling up her
Tales?
list of
Did I
what
have
we
Paper
played.
Tales yet? Had we played it by the time? All of
We
a sudden,
played
my
it
brain...
we played it. You played it before.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love Paper Tales.
All right, here's your games.
I really enjoyed it. Whoa! You're moving fast. What are you doing?
We can't. We gotta move fast. You're staring at a screen. Captain is dead.
The Captain is Dead was. Oh my gosh, you guys! I gotta talk about that game. So we just played that.
We'll talk about it more next time. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, The Captain is Dead is really cool. I don't know if you've heard about it. I hadn't really heard about it before, but it is a cooperative game. It has a slightly pandemic feel to it because you're all working together to keep things from blowing up out of proportion. Because basically the captain of your ship, it's very Star Trek-esque, has died, and you have to keep the ship alive while there's alien ships attacking. Aliens are beaming on board the ship, and there's different systems all over the ship that are failing, and you've got to fix all these things. And everybody's got their own, asymmetrical powers. And oh my goodness, I had so much fun with that game. Do I like it more than Pandemic? I like the theme better.
All right. What
It's
about?
fun!
I'll throw games
I
at
love
you.
it. It was tough.
Pandemic Follow Rome.
Follow Rome is really good. I put it up there with Iberia, and yes, those are my two favorite Pandemics now.
All right. What else we got?
Those are amazing.
Rising Sun.
Rising Sun is amazing, and yes, that would make my top 100.
Good Critters.
Good Critters is hilarious. I don't know if it would crack my top 100. I'd want to play it again, but it is stinking funny to play.
Kanban.
Kanban's really good. I'd have to play it again. I think that probably cracked my top 100 or be
Mombasa?
close to it.
Mombasa.
Mombasa. Did I play Mombasa? I'm trying to remember what.
Yeah, that's one where you put the tents out.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that's a cool game. I really like Mombasa. That's right. Trying to get the names
none of
straight.
those
Sorry,
games.
so many
We
new
won't
games.
even mention those games. Keyforge.
Oh my goodness. Yes, Keyforge would break my top. It would break my top 50 probably. I
What
love Keyforge.
about Duelosaur Island?
Duelosaur Island's good. I don't know. That's a battle. I can tell you that Dinosaur Island definitely
Is it a
does.
duel?
It's a duel. You're a goober. I'm not sure. I don't know if it'd break the top 100, but it's really good. It's really good.
Teotihuacan?
Teotihuacan's awesome. That is a solid game.
Let's see what else we got.
You see, with a lot of
Forum
really good games.
Trajanum?
Forum Trajanum. That's duh. Of course I'm gonna have
Gingerbread
that thing.
House?
Gingerbread House was really fun. Yes, I would probably have
Carpe
that. Up there.
Diem?
Carpe Diem's awesome. Gosh, there's so many good games, you guys.
Raccoon Tycoon, you already mentioned.
I already mentioned Raccoon Tycoon. I love that one.
What about Flamme Rouge?
Flamme Rouge was fun. I don't know if it cracked my top 100. Spirit Island, I haven't played that yet, Kabuki, but I've heard Spirit Island.
I want to play that
a lot of people
desperately.
love
I just
that
did. I
game.
did
Wanna
did
try
some
it.
research for my By the Numbers for Dice Tower.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize Spirit Island is like in the top 10.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it's in the top 10.
that's cool. Well, I can see why everybody's talking about it.
I think
So-
it's in the. If it's not, is it the top 10? It's like really high. It
Yeah,
it jumped like.
I'm excited about
Let's
it.
see what it is.
I want to try that because everybody's talking about that one. Chronicles of Crime's another one. I haven't played that yet.
Yeah, but it's got the app.
And yeah, I'm sorry guys. I have to fight people using technology all day long when they're not supposed to. So when I come to play a board game, I rarely am interested in playing one that has
16.
any sort of
I was shocked
technology
to see it that
with
high
it.
up. 16 is crazy.
With the exception of Stop Thief, because Stop Thief is amazing and it's reminiscent of the little machine, not a cell phone.
All right, let's see what else we got. None of those probably. I think that's it.
Yeah, we already talked about Crown of Amara.
Well, it's on your list because we played it.
Was it? No, it's not on this list. I hadn't played it until after I built this.
Oh, okay.
Crown of Amara. Oh, that Crown of Amara would definitely make this list. It's amazing. Wingspan.
What about Brass?
You know what? I bet you, I haven't played Wingspan, but I bet you Wingspan would be on my list because it's a deck builder and it's got birds. Awesome.
I'm waiting for it to come out.
Yep, exactly.
I didn't get one of the early copies of it.
Yeah. What was it you're asking about?
Brass.
Brass. Brass is solid. I really like Brass. I was surprised at how much I liked Brass. I think I would probably put that in a top 100. See, that's the thing. There's so many good games. I'm curious to see where they would fit in here.
Fireball Island?
Fireball Island is pretty amazing. That's pretty fun.
That's it.
That's an awesome family game.
There you go.
So, yeah. It's pretty cool. Can you minimize that? It's like blocking the chat.
Oh. Yeah,
but, let's see here.
Agra. I played Agra. Rebecca didn't.
Oh, yeah. I want to play that.
It was okay. I thought there was... I didn't think it played very well 2 players. I saw some... Personally, I felt the game was slightly flawed 2 players.
2 player? I want to play. I wish I'd had the energy to play with you guys at the time. I think I was helping the girls do something, but... I haven't played Quacks yet.
I didn't like Quacks.
He didn't like Quacks, and...
Rebecca might like it.
I might like it, yeah. So we'll see. Someday I'll get to try it.
Well, that's cool. But, so those are the new ones. All right, so you were going to do just the Myst grouping, right?
Yeah, because we hadn't talked about those, right? If
I don't think so. No, we did the...
We did the 10 before, right?
Yeah.
Did we do the 10 before? We talked about the 10 before.
Did you?
I don't know. It's so long ago. It was like November.
I don't remember.
Tell me, guys.
Here, let's look real quick. Keep chatting.
Bag building with Press Your Luck. Okay, yeah, that could be pretty fun. That reminds me a little bit of Thebes. When you say bag building with Press Your Luck.
Trees?
Yes, Kanban. Yes, I love Kanban. It would definitely crack the top 100. It's pretty amazing. Oh my gosh. Yes, I would love to play. I would love to play that game with Brothers Murph. I also found it interesting. I was watching their top 100, and we have a lot of top games in common, especially like viticulture. I thought that was really cool. They seem to have pretty similar tastes in games. So one of these days, we get to be at the same convention. That'd be really cool. You get to play a game with them. They're really fun to chat and hang out with and stuff. So if you ever get a chance, yeah, you have to go and walk up and say hi to those guys. They're really fun. What are you looking up now? You're looking up my first stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did a 110 to 100 thing. I know we planned on it. Did we?
It was like 4 months ago, it seems like.
Yeah, it was. It feels like forever ago. Okay, so do you guys always buy the cottages in viticulture? No, actually. It depends on how the gameplay is going for me. I don't buy it very often. I really focus on...
you did do your 10 before.
Okay, that's what I thought. I usually try to diversify and get the stuff to build up the best vineyards right away, and I skip the cottage thing. Unless, just the way the game's going, it works out better for me. And then I'll get the little cottage things. Just, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Just depends on the game. I like that each game seems different and it feels different.
I tend to rush to get a wine sold as early as I possibly can.
Yeah, that seems to work for you because you usually beat me if you can.
So I'd try to, in the first or second turn of the game, try to get a wine sold.
It's ridiculous. No, it's good.
I think the little extra income helps quite a bit that you get when you sell.
That's true, but you got to get that cottage right away, pretty much. Or
No,
it's not
I meant
viable.
for selling a wine.
Oh, yes. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. So that's a good question, yep. So, yes. So I talked to you guys about my 120 to... Or no.
110.
My 110. I didn't do my 120. All right.
Those are crappy games. No one likes
That is garbage! Oh my gosh! Don't listen to him. I argue that
So
all 221 of the games I ranked were pretty darn good.
Oh, I don't
No, I was not scraping the barrel.
So what was I know you made when you made your list when you were doing the little clicky thing to pick your games.
Yes.
What surprised you most when you looked at your list? What are some surprises?
Yeah,
besides War of the Ring not being number one.
I think that surprised you guys more than me. I noticed that things that I really, really want to play and or got to play a lot would rank higher than things that we're struggling to get to the table. And I think that's part of the reason, like, War of the Ring dropped a little bit, and like Twilight Imperium.
You haven't played it since made the list last.
Because
right?
I haven't gotten to play it, and it's so hard. It's almost becoming like a kind of like a turn-off for me, because I'm like, dang it, it's so much work to get that to the table. We have to plan a whole weekend to do this or something, to where it decreases to me the excitement about the game. Because I'm at the point now where I'm like, I just want to play when the opportunity arises, and I'm looking to keep,
well, you can't. You need to have interrupted time to set up and relearn and play without kids bothering us and interrupting us.
Well, or just
it's
general life stuff happening, right?
And the we don't want to play that at a convention because it's 2-player, and it eats up such a big amount of time. So
yeah, it's true. Oh my goodness, Punitation reigns. Yeah, it's true. Don't encourage him, Dan.
What are you talking about? Punitation? Yeah. Yes. So that's one thing I noticed about your list. Your list had a very big proximity alarm, I guess.
Proximity alarm. For the most part.
So you played it recently, it tended to go higher up than other games.
Because the game experience plays really heavily for me on how I feel about the games. There were a couple things, too, that I still am, like, semi-suspicious, because I look at it now, like, as a whole list instead of just, like, pieces of it. And I'm like, wow, do I really like this game more than that game? Like, as I look at it, sometimes I wonder, but then again, this is such a subjective list. And that's why I think it's hard for me to, is you could make a completely different list on which games do I enjoy the mechanisms most in. Which do I enjoy playing because of that? Which do I enjoy best because of the family likes it? Which games do I mean, so you're pulling all of that together when you make this list. And for me, then, yeah, of course, when you go through and then play some more games, it's going to shift things because I'm taking all of that into account. And I feel like I'm constantly running a top 100. This is not a definitive set in stone. This is not going to change for the year kind of list.
So one thing I noticed when I was making my list is what I call the board game paradox.
Okay.
Because basically, if you take these two games, let's say game A and game B,
yeah,
and you compare them,
okay,
and you obviously like game A better than game B,
okay,
but then you compare game A to game C, and you obviously like game C better than game A.
Gotcha.
But then you compare game C to game B, and you like game B better than game C, and you have this vicious circle that makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
It's when you compare games, you go, I obviously like this one more than this one.
Mm-hmm.
Then you compare two more, and you say it the other way, and then you compare the first one with the third one, and it's the other way, and it's like it makes no sense. And I think that paradox, the board game paradox, I invented this. This is my invention. No one take this. I think that when you do the Pub Meeple thing, depending on which games pop up to compare to each other, you could cause a game that you like to get pushed down the list when it shouldn't have been pushed down the list.
I agree. I totally agree. I think that makes sense, and I like your theory. I think you should publish this.
The board game paradox.
I'm sure there's some science behind this for sure. It sounds like some quantum stuff going on in the board game universe.
Apparently, the chat is discussing early 70s movies.
I dig it. Oh yeah, Airport. Oh my gosh, Airport. I haven't seen Airport in forever. Oh man, and the Towering Inferno, and oh man, all those disaster movies from those were greatness. What was it? The Poseidon Adventure.
Oh, I love the Poseidon Adventure.
Oh my gosh, we were always excited when that came on TV. So, games, yeah.
I may do that by the numbers
I
on
think
my
you should
board
talk
game
about
paradox.
your board dog. Yeah, you should talk about your board game paradox now, I think, because I think that's a thing. I really do. As I'm looking through this, because I was just looking before we started filming tonight, Hunter's setting stuff up, and I'm looking at my like favorite Felds, for example, and I'm going through and I'm like, wow, okay, I only have 6 Felds listed in my top 50. And I'm thinking about how much I enjoy playing them overall right now, and I'm like, only 6 of them made my top 50? That seems weird to me. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of really,
Yeah, but
really
that's
good games.
that's over 10% of your games.
Yeah.
Or
So-
Felds.
Yeah, that's true too. That's pretty smooth.
That's a big percentage.
It is a big percentage. See, but you do all that math stuff. I don't know. I'm just eyeballing this. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's oh man, it's interesting to me to see like how things fall when you actually put them and rank them. Like how you feel about them and stuff. You're like, wow, that's interesting to actually put a number to it. To me, that just seems, I don't know, almost foreign in a way. But yeah, so, I did have Fireball Island on this year. It did make it this year. It was my 139. That's actually pretty high up.
You probably had just played it once.
I think we had just played it. Yeah. Kids love that game too. Oh my gosh, that's a funny game. So we did my 110 to 100. Let me throw down some, I think...
Yeah, those are garbage.
There's quite a few random... No, that's not true. You, sir, are a troll. A troll. All right, I'll put it to a vote. Do you guys want to hear my 111 to 150? I'll just do a fly-by-night, like...
150?
Run down the numbers really fast. Anybody?
Oh, my... Run down by the numbers?
By the numbers, by the rankings. By the rankings. If you don't want to hear it, say nay.
Yudo was on your list,
Nay.
right? Yudo was after we...
No, I talked about Yudo.
Yeah.
Yudo's high up. Yudo's on here, number 27. Yeah, we played Yudo. So yeah, let me know. Do you want to hear it? If not, do it. David's like, yeah, go for it.
All right,
fine.
I'll
just for David.
We'll do this.
Okay.
You do your 111 through 150.
Okay.
And I'll give a one-word comment.
Oh,
I'm limited to one word.
Yes. They were saying you should go for a bathroom break.
I probably should go take a nap. All right, let's hear it.
Oh my gosh. Ahem. 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 All right. My number 111, Ink and Gold.
Chaos.
Number 112, La Granja.
Cards.
That's more than one word.
Cards.
113, Rum and Pirates.
Prototypey.
114, Notre Dame.
Punitive.
115, Tales and Games, The Hare and the Tortoise.
Kids.
116, Paperback.
Words.
117, Photosynthesis.
Trees.
118, My Village.
Death.
119, Century Spice Road.
Cubes.
120, Saboteur.
Dwarves.
121, Barren Park.
Bears.
Wow. This is so enlightening. 122, Capital Lux.
Rodney.
123, Airlines Europe.
Airplane.
124, Role Player.
Dice.
You already said dice, I think.
No,
125, The Quest for El Dorado. Brent.
Meh.
Meh. Brent put lots of meh. 126, Splendor.
Oh.
That's all you get is O. 127, Pandemic.
Dated.
128, The Battle of Five Armies.
Greatness.
129, Gnomes of Zavendor.
Economics.
130, Among the Stars.
Retheme.
131, Cult Express.
Bullets.
132, Pandemic the Cure. You can't say dice. I think is your word. I think that should count.
Meh.
Oh my gosh! I I love that Dan put. How do you put whose turn is it in one word for Splendor?
That's what I tried to think of.
Virusy.
I like that.
Sick. All right, 133. Smash Up.
Ugh. Is that a word?
Yeah, that was like a bunch of words. No, 134. Eminent Domain. What was that?
I'm trying to think how to put plastic ships in one word.
Well, that was a fail. Alright, so 135. Sheriff of Nottingham.
Awesome.
136. Rialto. 137. Alien Frontiers.
Kickstarter. some people will get that joke.
138. New York Slice.
Already used retheme. Anchovies.
139. Fireball Island.
How do you say cackling children in one word?
That's so true. Snake. 140. Downforce.
Oh, bees. That's Fireball Island. Bees. Downforce.
Yes. Room. Why am I helping you? Lava.
I got nothing.
Wow, that's several words.
Cars.
Good job. 141. Herbaceous.
Never played.
That's two words. You suck.
I did play.
Wow.
Meh.
He fails at this.
Meh.
One word.
Meh.
Burke's Gambit, number 142.
Murder.
140.
Airlock.
143. In the Year of the Dragon.
I already used punitive. Mean.
144. Lanterns.
Z. He taught me the game.
Oh, okay. 145. Bora Bora.
Colorful.
146. Bob Ross, Art of Chill.
Happy.
Yes! I knew you were going to pick that. Yes. 147. Seven Wonders.
Old.
148. Stop Thief.
Entertaining.
149. When I Dream.
What's the word for not very good at something?
Suck.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not very good at that game.
Amateur.
Amateur. There you go. It works. Amateur.
And 150. Flick 'em Up.
Garbage.
He sucks at the game. What's that word again? Suck?
There
Amateur?
There's actually some good games.
Yeah, there's some good games. No, seriously, there's some really great games in here, and there's more as I go through the next 50. I really feel like there's some great games, and just because they didn't make the list anymore, I don't feel like means anything. When I first made my first 100, I felt like, okay, there's some games towards the bottom of this that aren't amazing. But now I'm culling games. I'm like, there's too many good games for me to rank. I cannot spend the time ranking them all, so I have to pick and choose. And it was a tough decision. And I really do feel that what did I rank? 221. I really am happy with all 221 of my games.
Towards the bottom of the list, in my list, they're pretty crappy games.
You're picky though. You are picky, persnickety.
I am picky.
I apparently am not. So Ooh, Julio says...
Thanks to you two, my girlfriend... my girlfriend got a felt at Bring and Buy.
Guess which?
Castles of Burgundy.
Trajan.
Castles of Burgundy.
Trajan.
Castles of Burgundy.
Trajan.
It's obviously Castles of Burgundy.
Carpe Diem. Ooh.
I'm guessing Castles. That's a good first game.
Checked your Feld list and this wasn't on it. What's the Feld list that was not... What do we not have? What? What?
A Feld that we don't own?
What?
Oh, Bora Bora. We own Bora Bora. We just don't like that one as much.
Yeah. Paste on the cover. It's
Although
pretty.
we did play it recently, and I liked it quite a bit. I liked it a lot more than you did.
I think part of it is, for me, the reason I don't like it
it's not
as
on our
much...
top 10 Feld list.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I think one of the reasons we didn't like it as much, well, at least for me, is I think it's a gorgeous game and I like the way it works, but they used very similar colors for some reason in that game for things that were different resources, and the images they used were semi-similar. So it was really easy to get them confused, at least for me, for whatever reason. And so I didn't like it as much for that because it seemed like it was unnecessarily confusing. But I love those. Oh yeah, Oracle and Delphi and Aquasphere. Oh wow. Yeah, those are some good ones. Good stuff. Yeah, cool pick, Julio. That's exciting. I love that. I think that one is probably the prettiest. Honestly, Bora Bora is the prettiest.
We have 18 Feld games.
Wow, that many now. That's
18.
pretty cool.
We're looking at it.
You like Aquasphere
It starts
better.
here and goes all the way to that end.
And it's up there because we have
Oh, we
Amerigo
have
up
19. I always forget Amerigo. We have
Yeah,
19
Amerigo's up top.
Felds.
So Josh has Oracle and Delphi and Aquasphere as two faves. That's pretty good. You like Aquasphere more than I do.
I like
though.
Aquasphere a lot more than you do.
Yeah, I don't know why that one doesn't hit as well with me, and I really, and I like the mechanisms with it though. It's really weird. I think the more I play it, I think it's going to slowly grow on me. So that's exciting. Very cool. Yeah, we have a lot of Felds.
We do have a lot of Felds.
We're Feld fans. So I'm curious, have any of you built your own top 100 just out of curiosity or for whatever reason? Have you built it? And if so, what surprised you when you built your list? Like, was there something that was higher than you thought would be, or something that you have on your list that maybe a lot of people don't have? Is there something unique that you found out? That'd be really cool. I want to know about that. And then in the meantime, I see that Julio was asking, hey, Hunter, have you tried Newton?
No, I watched a review of Newton, and something about it just didn't click with me.
Oh,
So
really?
I didn't want to buy it, but I want to try it at a convention, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Oh,
We might try it at BGG Spring if we get a chance.
that'll be cool.
But yeah.
That's cool. So Josh can get up to 50, too picky. That's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with being picky. Honestly, I give Hunter crap, but I think it's cool because then you know what games you like and you enjoy them thoroughly, right? And yeah, Julio, I'm with you. It's tough. It's really hard for me to build a top 100. It looks like a lot of, it is a lot of work sometimes. You can spend that time playing games.
I think my top 10 to 20 or so, or maybe even further down to that. Probably my top 30 is really solid, but then the next 30 you probably could just shuffle up and deal.
Yeah.
And then
you
the
feel that
30
way?
after that do the same thing. I mean, it just really depends
Like
on your
in
mood.
chunks, yeah.
And Hunter's Paradox.
There you go. So
I am going to do that.
you really should.
Not the next one after that.
Hunter's Paradox now?
The Paradox,
It's
the board game Paradox.
I like it. Hunter's Paradox. It sounds very sciencey.
I have to think about it to make it numbery. I guess it's because you're ranking a list. I guess
Yep.
it's numbery.
I like Gah and Lorenzo. Gah. Is that the Klingon Gah? You know what, David? That's how I feel too. A lot of top games depend on like the people you get to play them with. Yeah, it's a big, for me, it's a gaming experience more than anything else, right? And if you're having a good time with a group of people, I mean, like, Hunter likes to tease me and stuff, but some of my favorite games are the cheesy party games that they're clunky or something, but we have such a stupidly good time when we're playing it that I just fall in love with that game. So,
Grand Austria Hotel.
oh, I like Grand Austria Hotel, yeah. Okay. Same designer as Newton. Okay. You know what, Brent? That's the Pub Meeple thing is something we recently started using. Before, like Hunter does an Excel sheet, and before I physically made note cards with all the names before our board game collection got ridiculous. And I shuffled them up, and then I'd pick two and I'd start ranking and do it physically out in the floor and rank them that way. And I feel probably as much work as that takes.
That's the Vassal method.
It is the Vassal method, and I know it takes a lot of time, and it's very work intensive, but I think it's probably closest to being the most accurate.
I still think you have
But
that paradox.
I
though.
think you do, but I feel like because you're...
I'm gonna sell this thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make this a thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's good to have you on the chat, Josh. Bye. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking... I don't know. I'm curious. I almost want to do an experiment now. I don't know how I could do it blind without tainting it, but I'd almost want to run a... Maybe we figure out how to do it. Run a Pub Meeple ranking but then do it the note card way. I'd be curious to see
Compare them.
Compare
It's
them
a lot
and
of
see
work,
the
but
difference.
it would be interesting.
Yeah, but the other thing I can't figure out is how
Actually,
much
you
would
could
I
do
take
both,
that.
and then you could average them together.
Oh, that's a lot of work. But yeah, that would be interesting. That might be really accurate too, though.
Ethan asked, "Are your favorite games the one you win the most?"
Definitely not.
Rebecca is the best winner. I mean, best winner / loser in the world. I win more than my fair share, probably.
Yeah, I think we're fairly evenly matched, honestly. But for example, like my number one's Viticulture. I rarely beat Hunter in that game. He usually nukes me in that game by 5 or 6 points. I don't know how it is.
And usually you're winning until the last couple of turns.
I have this weird... There should be Rebecca's Paradox right there. Because I will start out a game strong.
Yeah.
I have some insanely great short game strategy.
You're right. I'd say 90% of the games you're winning.
I win. Okay, if it was a
towards
football
the end of the game,
the first 3 quarters, I got it. And then the fourth quarter, it's like I took a nap or something. And Hunter's like, hey, I'm still racing. And then he wins by a lot. So yeah, that happens.
You're very good at tactics. Like going in my current situation, what's the best thing I can do?
Which may be why I like CCGs and stuff too, because it is a lot of short-term tactics and things like that. But yeah, so something like Viticulture, I will be doing really well, and then I fizzle out towards the end. My long game, for whatever reason, is typically weaker by quite a bit than Hunter's. So yeah, like we're pretty evenly matched with War of the Ring. Viticulture, he almost always nukes me. I think I usually win Trajan.
Yes.
Star Trek Fleet Captains is iffy. It
really depends on the race.
Depends on the races, because I'm better at some races and you're better at some races.
Yeah.
Anachrony, I think I win that one. Yamatai, you beat me at Yamatai. Have I ever won Yamatai?
I don't think so.
Yeah, see, no. I don't typically. I just went through most of my top 10, and I think I win like a third of those more than you. Most of the time I don't win, but we're pretty closely matched, so... Yeah, and I agree, Julio. The best games are the ones you enjoy playing, win or lose, and that's really the case.
It's weird to me, unless I'm just brutalized in a game, I get enjoyment if other people are enjoying themselves.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
Unless I'm just getting beat down in a game and I'm just like getting destroyed, then...
Yeah, if it's constantly like a beatdown and you feel beat down, then yeah, you're...
But otherwise, if people are having fun, I'm usually having fun. So.
Yeah. Sheriff of Nottingham is a prime example of that. I enjoy it because the family just loves it. I mean, even Nessa and Katie just adore that game and want to play it and have a great time with it. And even Nessa can figure out if I'm lying or not. I don't know what's going on.
You turn red every time you lie.
I don't always turn red. Oh.
Benjamin, I'm with you on that. And Clank in Space... He said he hardly ever survives long enough to get points. I'm almost that way every time. Every game, I'm going for the 25.
You either destroy everyone.
And if I get out, I'm going to win. But I hardly ever get out.
He dies. And he is like here.
If I get out, I win. If I don't get out, obviously I don't win.
You die really well.
I don't know. If it comes down to me getting points. I just never. I always want the challenge of getting the hard to get.
My favorite thing is to gamble. Is Hunter going to be crazy greedy and go all the way to the bottom? So I run in like a little ninja and sneak some cheap stuff kind of near the middle somewhere and start running back, hoping I'll just beat him and he'll die in the bottom. That's my tactic.
One game I played, I taught some people to play that game, and one game I played, I picked up my 25 and fell over dead.
I got the treasure! I love it. I love it. That's great.
Like the round after I picked up the treasure, I died.
I love it. I love it.
But I picked it up. I got counts, right?
Sure, why not? Well, and like even silly games like Ink and Gold and stuff. Hunter, again, if you win, you destroy everyone. But you almost never win that game because you're always like, one more round. Do it. I can get more treasure than you guys.
Ink and Gold, I usually end up with like 2 or 3 gems or like 110. There's no in between.
Yeah. Can't Stop is another one of those Kabuki. Yes, Can't Stop. That name.
Oh, I always try to do the one-turn win on that game. I always shoot for that.
What's funny is you still beat me at that game pretty often because I guess I'm just too much of a wimp for that game. I'm too busy stopping and you're like, I can't stop, and somewhere in the middle we'd probably be a good player. But it works. It's fun times. But yeah, it's about the games, right? And not so much like the winning or losing stats, but just having a good time with the people you're playing with. And Sometimes, too, it's just fun to try new things, especially those heavier games. I may not win those because I'm not focused in on streamlining the best strategy. I'm like, ooh, this looks interesting. I wonder what happens when I do this. And I'll go off trying things, and I don't care if I lose because of it. I'm just curious to see how that pans out. And after I've played it a few times, yeah, I'll start streamlining and stuff. But a lot of times it's just experimenting and trying new things. It's kind of fun to, I'm going to poke that, see if that works, and try a new tactic or something.
Yeah, my two enjoyments in gaming is if everyone's having fun and laughing and interacting.
Yeah.
And learning new games.
Yeah.
I love cracking open a game, reading a rule book and figuring out how to play and sort the wheels start turning on how to do it and stuff. So
I agree, Joe. I agree. Good time, good chats with people makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, we really didn't come in this with a plan. We had a few things we wanted to talk about. We just want to kind of leave it open and talk because I don't know. It's just been we've had a lot of experiences over the last month or so, and it's just kind of we want to just kind of take it easy.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to just absorb it and process it a little bit, and because it's been a wide variety from little, retreat sort of things to ginormous con on a boat, and just it all comes together to, and it boils down to these things, which is really neat. I really like that. It really does boil down to the explaining a game, like you said, cracking open a new game for you and getting to interact with people. And even, it's just a great time to interact with people. Like I didn't even get to play games with some of the people that we consider our like con friends that we see at the conventions and stuff. But just to be able to sit and chat and catch up for a little bit was pretty cool. I did that
a lot on the cruise. I just run into people and we just sit and talk for half an hour, not even play a game.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we should play a game. Oh, well, I gotta go do this
now.
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
Just have stuff. And it's neat, though. I enjoy that. And it's neat to see, we just went to West Texas Tabletop Con last weekend. And it was fun because you see faces that are familiar, that you've seen for, what is it, 4 years now?
4 years. It's very weird because everyone, a good percentage of the people just felt familiar. Mm-hmm. Like you didn't feel strange to say, hey, how's it going or whatever.
Yeah,
even though we probably never really may not even directly interacted with them. You've just been around them
so much, and everybody's familiar, and it's neat. I think it's neat, and if you get an opportunity to stick with a little convention or meetup thing like that, it has its own feel to it. That's so cool.
So to bring it back around. So what do you think you'll do differently with your list next year?
Well, we already talked about the time frame.
Well, yeah, it's going to be January this time.
I don't know. The more you talk about that, the more I'm interested in the idea of trying a couple different things and then comparing the list. I like that because one thing about doing it the Pub Meeple style, like when I have the cards, you can see the piles laid out and you can kind of get a feel for how things are going. With the Pub Meeple one, you're getting two completely random games, and it's just doing this rapid fire thing where you're picking the games, and I feel that's really leaving it open for what you call your little paradox thing, where you're like, okay, I liked that, but then, they don't all match up. You can't just put A, B, and C in an order.
Right,
I mean, that really is... You hit the nail on the head with that one, I really think. So I'm curious, when you're laying them out and I'm doing stacks of 10 at a time or whatever, as I look at that, is that actually going to pan out better? I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a...
Oh, so you think about going manual next time?
If I have time, I may do both and compare. Mm-hmm. I'm curious. So, oh, congratulations, David. I'm totally going off the rails here, but your son's back from Iraq. That is awesome. That's always a good thing. So congrats. What are you doing online? But yeah, the experience is cool. Something else I might do differently. Ooh, wow. I might, if I'm doing it double duty like that, I'm probably not going to do as many games in the rank, which will make it harder too. I'm going to have to narrow it down to 150.
One thing I've considered is we should do, I don't know if it's possible or even could happen, is take our top 10 or so and play those right before we do our list to see, kind of refresh.
Are they still in the top 10?
Because my list is kind of getting locked in. My top 5 or 6 or so is getting locked in, And I'm curious if I played them all together, if I would be able to better compare them among themselves, right?
I like the trolls in the chat. They suggest that I copy your list, but flip it so that it's the exact opposite of yours.
So your 100's my 1, and
yes.
my 1 is your 100?
Yes.
That would be insane. I guess towards the middle of the list would be really happy with
At least
each
you'd
other.
be content, yeah, and then you have a stroke
the,
for the last...
the middle third or so of the list would be very anticlimactic. The beginning and the end will be crazy.
That would be cool. That'd be really cool.
What releases, 2018 releases that you have not played but really want to? Let's look down here at Shelf of Shame.
Gugong.
Gugong is, I don't know, is that 2018?
I thought it was. Is Gugong 2018?
I think it just came out, technically.
House of Danger.
House of Danger.
House of Danger is big.
That's about it. There really isn't a lot left that we haven't played.
We've been knocking out a bunch of them lately. There's probably some that we don't... I'm trying to think.
I had my list in front of me. I made a list of the ones
That's a good question. Yeah, I had to think about that.
Well, you chit chat and I can give you. I can do
yeah.
that real quick. I'm curious at myself.
That is a really good question. Oh, one thing that we are going to do. Are we doing this next week? Our combined list?
No. Yes. Next week is next week we're going to do a update because we want to talk about the West Texas Con.
Okay.
And we're going to do a resolution update.
Okay.
And then, and then the week after that.
Okay, and then we're going to do the definitive list. Okay.
And then then somewhere shortly after that, Katie will do her list.
Oh, that's true.
And Nessa will do her list.
That's true. We've got the girls' list top 10s. They've already been excited about that and talking about that too, so it'll be interesting.
Well, one I just thought off the top of my head.
Yes, Joe, we have been terrible on a resolution, oddly enough. Part of it was, like this weekend, for example, we played a bunch of games, but only about half of them were some that were actually on our list. We tried a lot of new stuff.
Here we go.
Too,
answering the question. 2018 releases.
Okay, 2018.
Root.
Oh, Root, yes.
Endeavor: Age of Sail.
Haven't heard of that one, so that wasn't on my radar.
Pirate game. Everdell.
Oh, yep, that's on my radar.
Chronicles of Crime.
I'm curious.
Gugong is 2018.
Aha.
So that one.
That one's on our shelf.
You played Gizmos. We'll talk about that.
I liked Gizmos, yeah. I enjoyed Gizmos.
Newton. Underwater Cities.
Oh, yeah. We haven't played that yet. Everybody's talking about that game, too. Have you guys played that? Curious about your reactions.
That's probably about it.
Castell seems awesome. Not getting much love, but it was on Brother Murph's top 10. Castell,
is that the one where you're stacking people?
Is that the one? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh my gosh. It's been a while since I saw their top 10 when it first came out.
That's the one you're stacking people.
Blinking on it.
I'm looking. Oh, there it is. I think it's you stack people.
Oh, yeah, that is the people stacker. Yeah. Oh, I'm curious. Well, and as much as they have similar games that we like, I'm intrigued then if they liked it that much. I kind of want to try it. Because Nick and Mike seem to have, like, pretty similar tastes in a lot of games.
Learn tower building skills.
Tower building skills with people! Yeah, Altiplano, I think, was 2017.
It's 2017.
Was it?
It came out very, very end of 2017. Okay. It really wasn't right to release in 2018, but most people consider it 2017.
That's okay. You know what? Until we recently got crazy, like, hyper on the board gaming collection and stuff, we didn't play current games at all. Oh my gosh. Honestly, and I don't know, some people really, like, you enjoy getting the new games, so chasing the new hotness is, like, fun for you. But, like, in my case, if you weren't into that as much, I'd be okay just playing old stuff all the time.
Yeah, but that's what I like. I like
discovering, and discovering the cool older games and stuff, too. For me, I really enjoy doing that, too. So, I don't know, don't be too pressured to chase the new hotness unless you just enjoy doing that.
I kind of view it as watching a movie.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
You watch the movie for the first time.
Get that
the
experience.
second time, you will, even though you will love a movie and it's awesome and you think it's one of the best movies, it's not the same because you know what's going to happen. You know, and that's kind of how I feel about board games to a certain degree. I mean, I do like playing games over and over again, but that first time, like I said, cracking open, reading the rules, seeing what new mechanisms or combinations, and I'm goofy. I like reading the backstories and junk out the little flavor text they put on games and stuff. I find that stuff interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I never talk about it again after I read it, but I do like reading it. So
That's cool. Oh, cool, Julio. He's taught Wingspan to a lot of people. Yeah, see, like Wingspan.
I want to come back in stock so I can get it.
I know.
I didn't pre-order it because I'm never going to be fooled again on pre-orders.
He's been burned. He's been burned.
Smell the cardboard, man. When I cracked open Raccoon Tycoon, man, that was like a paint. It smelled like paint.
Really?
It was like, whoa. They didn't let that one dry before they packed it.
Ooh. Ooh.
It was funny.
Rough. That's rough.
It's funny.
That's really funny. Yeah. Oh man, Wingspan's another one I want to play with. Although that's technically this year, isn't it? Released 2019.
Wingspan's not technically even out yet.
Technically.
It's March 6th.
Oh, that's
like
right.
that.
It's coming out. Yeah, it's just all those pre-order peoples.
So
cool. So cool. Neoprene mats. Oh, those things stink, man. Yes.
So here's what's going to happen. So next week we're going to have a resolution update. We're going to go talk about West Texas Con, just general Q&A type stuff, that sort of thing. Then the week after that, the Tuesday after that, we're going to do the combined list. I think I'm going to do another scroll bar.
That'll be fun.
Where it just scrolls and we talk about it as we're scrolling. I'll set it for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then after we're done scrolling,
It's a lot of talking.
it's talking about 100 games. You spend a couple minutes on each. That's a lot.
Well, yeah,
time.
you can't spend a couple minutes
Right,
on
it's
each.
going to be like 15 seconds on each or 30 seconds on each.
I'll be talking fast like the Micro Machines guy. You guys remember that guy?
So we'll do that, and then we'll do Q&As after that. And then the week after that, I'm almost thinking the Tuesday after that, we do Fog of Love live.
Ooh!
So it'll be 3 weeks from tonight. So the 26th.
Oh, man.
February 26th. We really should put Fog of Love on the 12th, but...
Oh!
But February 26th, late Valentine's party.
That's a lot of... Wow, man. How does the time fly like that? I'm still in shock that it's February. I don't know about you guys.
I'm shocked it's 2019.
Yeah.
We could do Valentine's Day. We don't really celebrate Valentine's
On
Day.
the day?
On the day. What day is that?
I think it's a Thursday. Ooh.
People are going to be out doing stuff probably, right? You would think?
So?
We might not get many people. It's a Thursday. We could do it. Maybe we might do it Valentine's Day.
We'll think about it.
We may do it.
You two versus us.
A Fog of Love. We hold up cards for you to pick from.
We're what, bipolar or something? What would be like multiple personalities or something?
Yeah.
For a character, that'd be rough. I don't think
it'll be
pull that
me,
off.
and she'll be the voice in my head.
Ooh, that might be fun anyway. And some of us are single.
We might.
That's true.
We might
That's
do
true.
it because we do our.
Sorry, I just saw David. He said, "Nah, we're married. Nothing's going on Valentine's Day."
So, what I was going to say. Yeah. So this weekend coming up is our Valentine's Day tradition. So we decided to kind of skip the Valentine's thing and make it a family thing, and we go out and all buy a board game and make a game day of it with all of us playing each other's games. So
Yep.
that's what we kind of do.
Although I think the girls last year got Pokemon cards, so they kind of did their own thing with their Pokemon cards. I don't know. Hey, you know what? They get to pick.
They get to whatever
They
they
get
want.
to pick. So we got to play games too. It was good.
They
It was a
get
win-win.
one thing out of the store within reason.
Yes, within reason. that part's the tough
Within
part.
reason.
The within reason's difficult.
Or I would take and get the 6 foot tall Deadpool.
That's a really good
statue.
point. The within reason applies to you as well. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Our first Valentine's Day together isn't that when we went to the one place and we had to wait like an hour and a half. We had a reservation.
And we had a reservation.
And it took us an hour and a half to get seated.
I know, and didn't we have something we were going to after dinner, so we had to like fly there to get it on time.
Yeah, we gave ourselves plenty of time, but then we had to rush dinner.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so yeah, that kind of broke us from the Valentine's eating out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. That's true. That's an experience.
All right, well, that kind of gives you the plan. So
That's exciting.
resolution update, combined list, Fog of Love, maybe
girls.
then, if not on February.
Yeah, we'll figure it
14th.
out.
We might do it.
Yeah, we'll figure it
That'd
out.
be kind of fun.
The girls are very excited about doing their top 10 lists. There have been changes. Quite a few changes, especially.
Yeah, Nessa's already talking about hers.
Yeah, Nessa's been talking about hers. Katie's mentioned hers, and she's going to have some changes too, I think. So I'm excited to see what they end up doing and how they make their list. It's fun to watch
All
them
right,
work.
let's
So
wrap her up.
thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. It was a blast as always, and leave some comments about your favorite games and what you put in your list. And y'all take care, and I can't wait
You said
to
y'all.
see you guys.
She said-
I did.
she
You're
said
contagious.
She said
It's
y'all.
taken like 10 years, but I'm finally getting on it. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.